video, we'll show the use of the validation summary control, which was introduced in Form Master version 1.6.4. Default validation messaging shows the messages under the fields when the user submits the form. This can be a problem on a very long form when a field has scrolled out of view that has invalid data. The user hits the submit button, nothing happens, they can't see the error message, and the user assumes there's a problem with the form. Well, let's go fix that. Go to Manage Form, Settings, Other Settings. Open up the validation summary options, check to use the validation summary, enter some text for the summary heading text. This is optional, but tells the user that there's a problem with the form, and that'll be displayed above any error messages. We'll leave the CSS class default, and we'll check to show the validation summary. We'll leave everything else default for now, and let's go have a look. Click the update and exit, and hit the submit button, and you can see that the validation summary shows up on the top as we indicated. But we're also seeing the messages underneath the text boxes, and we need to go eliminate those, so let's go ahead and do that. Edit the form. Go to our validation summary options, and we're going to check to suppress validation error messages, and let's go have a look at that. Hit update, exit, and now when we hit submit, all you get is the validation summary up top, and invalid fields have an indicator to the right. On a long form, the summary validation area could still be out of view of the user, and they still would think there's a problem with the form. So we can set an alert box with the validation summary or all by itself. So let's go do that right now. Form. Go to the validation summary options, and here we're going to check to show the summary message box, and I'm going to uncheck show validation summary. So the only thing we're going to see is a message box and the character at the end of the invalid fields. So let's update and go check that out. Now for a long form, they're not going to be able to miss this no matter where they are on the form. You still have the field indicators telling them where the problems are, and that's a good solution for a long form for validation. If you'd like to replace the invalid field indicator with something a little more fancy, we can go do that. Let's go to Manage Form, go back to our summary options, go down to the suppress field character, and I've conveniently put in the code to use the default .NET Nuke required field symbol into the help text there. So let's check that out and see how that looks now. Exit and submit the form. Now we got a little fancier field indicator. A couple more options. We're going to go back to showing the validation summary instead of the message box. And we're going to make a bulleted list, and we're going to put it on the bottom of the form this time. We're going to leave it left justified for now. Let's update that and go see how that looks. Now you get it on the bottom, and looks just great. It indicates the field. Now this is another way, if you don't want to use the message box, that the user won't miss this if it's at the bottom of the form with the submit button. Show a couple more options. Go to Manage Forms. I feel these options are a little less desirable, but some people may like them. You can choose to show the validation information as a single paragraph, and let's center justify that in the cell right now. We'll just leave it at the bottom for now. We'll update it and go have a look. And you can see that all the information is put in there just as a single paragraph. There's nothing that really separates the error messages, and it's a little confusing, but it's an option that's offered in the ASP.NET implementation, and we offer it here. Thank you for watching the video, and good luck with Form Master.